Hi there, and welcome to my very first live broadcast. My first public broadcast that I've done, which is live. So thank you very much, guys. For those of you that are watching at the moment, I don't have anyone watching it at the moment. Although this is my very first broadcast, so I'm not expecting loads of people. Although I am hoping for perhaps more than one person. Please happen. Okay, so there's a chap by the name of Jason Mackey who is quite keen to watch this. So I'm waiting for him to appear. Okay, so I've had one inquiry from a chap by the name of Milton Warren, who was asking me about how to work towards getting towards the Lotus posture. Okay, and he's also a break dancer. He contacted me through Instagram. So Instagram, his name is Warren B-Boy, if I remember correctly. So if you're watching, and if I've got that name wrong, just please put the correct one down. Okay, so without further ado, I think we'll get started on some of the exercises that you can do to work towards that. Okay, so this is how we'll do it. Okay, so you come into a standing position, have your feet about hip distance apart, turn your toes out comfortably, and come to sit in between your knees like so. So come in to sit in a comfortable seated, squatted position. So dropping your hips down as far as you can, feet are flat on the floor. If your heels are coming up a little bit, you can also place something underneath your heels like so. Bring your hands in prayer over your heart center, look straight ahead, and use your elbows to push your knees out to the side. So using your elbows, push your knees out to the side like so. This is good for opening up in the hips for preparation for Lotus position. So when you're training for the Lotus posture, there's really two things you need to consider: is to work on the hips, open up in the hip joints. When I say open up in the hip joints, more for external rotation here. So you're using your elbows to push your knees out to the side, like so. Okay, dropping the shoulders back and down and lifting up in the hips. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so I've got one person watching at the moment. No, he's gone, he or she's gone. Dear. All right. Okay, I'm not expecting too many people to be watching just yet. Okay, so opening up through the chest. So left hand grabs on to right ankle. Reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. This isn't really a hip opener as such, this particular exercise, but it's quite a nice one to do, seeing as we're here, looking up towards your right palm and opening up through the chest. Good, breathing in and breathing out and twist. Pushing your knees out to the side as you go and come back to center. Good, still staying open in the chest, back is nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Good. Right hand grabs onto left ankle. So right hand grabs onto left ankle, reaching the left hand up towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest, looking up towards the left palm, like so. Dropping the shoulders back and down, sucking the belly in and up. Good. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. Good. Single inhale, and exhale, and coming back to center. Good. Right hand goes in front of your right knee. So right hand goes in front of your right knee. Look up towards the ceiling, take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, straighten the right elbow. Feel a nice opening in that hip there. Good, breathing in and breathing out and opening up through that right hip. Good, just really breathe into it. As you deepen into the stretch, breathe out. So coordinating your breathing with your stretching also helps you get through the feelings of discomfort when you're doing this as well. Good, and back to center. Take a quick breather here. Breathe in and breathe out. Left hand goes in front of left knee, so left hand goes in front of left knee. Look up towards the ceiling, so a slight twist in the upper body. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, straighten the left elbow and look up towards the ceiling. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. And again, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling. Good. Take another inhale. And exhale. Okay, so this position here is really just to get the hips prepared and open for us to get into the lotus position as well. And also notice the flexion in the knees here. So you're bending. So if you were to imagine this is the knee joint that's here, you're trying to flex that joint as much as possible. This is something important as well. When you bend that knee to get into the lotus posture, this is the position it will be in. Well, it will be in this position and be slightly twisted, slightly rotated outwards. Yep. Okay, that's great. So come to sit on the floor. I'm just going to bring this camera a little bit closer to me. Excellent. I'm going to take my shoes off as well. Okay, is anybody... Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's watching right now. But hey. Okay, so bringing your back up against the wall. You can see me here. Okay, so bringing your back up against the wall. Soles of the feet together. Yeah, sitting up nice and tall here. Okay, so when I say sitting up nice and tall, you're sitting up high on the ischial tuberosities here, because that's just the bone that sticks out just underneath the glutes. So if I show you from the side, here, so I'm sitting up nice and tall here. I'm not back here and I'm not forward. So really get that down first. Okay. So you sit up against the wall. Hi there, whoever's watching, can you make yourself known? Please say hi down below. I'd really appreciate it, because right now I just feel like I'm talking to myself, and it would really help if somebody would just say hi, whatever, you know, and they've gone. Oh dear. Right. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to lower your knees down towards the floor as much as possible. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. So some of you may want to just work. I mean, you find a way that works for you. Some people like to bop their knees up and down, like so. Some people like to press. And the technique that some people like to use as well is the outer edges of the feet. They like to squeeze the outer edges of the feet together, like so, and that helps to rotate the hip sockets outward and drops the knees down a little bit further. So just have a little experiment and see which one works for you. Good. But also just coordinate everything with your breathing. So as you inhale and exhale, start to lower your knees down as much as possible. Good. Take another inhale through the nose and exhale. Drop your knees down a little bit more each time. Good. Okay, come to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. So in this case, the right foot is in front. Shins are horizontal and feet underneath your knees. So feet underneath your knees, sitting up nice and tall. Good, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, fold the upper body forwards. Dropping the shoulders back and down. And this stretches part of the glutes, opens up in the hips a little bit. Just gets you nice and ready. Forgive me, I'm about to sneeze in a second. Yeah, just get you nice and ready for the hip opening that the Lotus position requires. Breathe in and breathe out. So all these positions that you're working through, you can hold them for about anything from 30 seconds minimum to about 10 to 15 minutes, but don't force it. You know, just almost feel like you're massaging yourself in very gently when you hold a posture for that long, or hold a stretch for that long. Again, the breathing that I like to teach is like deep inhalations and nice relaxing exhalation. So as you inhale for this one, for any forward bends, as you inhale, you breathe into your abdomen, feel that expanding in through your belly and going lower back. And as you exhale, just fold forward just a little bit more each time. Okay, so you're almost using your breathing style as a way of massaging your lower back. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Good, inhaling and exhaling, dropping down a little bit more each time. Good, and as you inhale, head up, chest up, flat back, start to walk your hands back to center and switch sides. Good, sitting up nice and tall again. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, fold the upper body forward just a little bit more each time. Breathing in and breathing out.
So we try and catch your best if we can, but that is one bit of exercise.
Dropping the shoulders back and down, just relaxing every time. Every time you exhale, just feel yourself sinking down deeper and deeper each time. Good, breathing in through the nose and down through the nose. Yeah, so those of you that are wondering, I'm sitting in a hall in friend's house, so you're going to hear some voices happening. And just behind me there is my massage table. So before I go and see my client, I thought this would be a nice convenient spot to do my tutorial in. Good. Dropping the shoulders back and down, just relax each time. Good, everybody. Good, and as you inhale, head up, chest up, flat back, start to walk your hands towards the center. This time we're going to do one that's a little bit more of an intense stretch. You'll feel it probably around the glute area. For some people, they feel it at the front of the hip as well, which is good. So come back to sit in the original cross-legged position. This time, so you place your right foot, so if your right foot is in front, you put your right foot on top of your left knee. So your right foot goes on top of your left knee. Again, sit up nice and tall. So work that right knee down. So for some of you, when you're first starting off, you might be in this position. Okay, so you might be in this position. That's fine. What you might want to do is prop yourself up. Maybe sit on a block, or sit on something that will lift your hips up a little bit higher. So it might be a few books, maybe that'll lift you up a little bit higher. So that way you'll just be able to sit in a comfortable seated cross-legged position, and then you'll be able to just practice from the cross-legged position before you move on to this one. So if this is comfortable for you, and if you want to step it up a little bit more, place the right foot on top of the left knee. So the right foot on top of the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Drop the shoulders back and down. Good. And now take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, so fold the upper body forwards. Like so. So both shins are horizontal and fold forwards. And just relax here. Goodness me, I was really hoping for more people, well, at least one or two, to be watching. But hey, you can watch the recording of this anyway. So, good. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, and sinking down deeper and deeper each time. I have to say though, guys, doing a stretch like this is the next best thing to having a massage. So whenever I can't see my massage therapist, I do like to have a nice stretch like this. It's nice to wind down as well from a really long day. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Good, everybody. Now as you inhale, head up, chest up, flat back. Start to walk your hands back to your center line and switch sides. So this time, left foot is on top of your right knee, so your left foot is on top of your right knee. Place your left foot here, so both shins are horizontal. Sit up nice and tall, dropping the shoulders back and down, lifting up out of the hips. Good, now take it down, inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale, fold the upper body forwards, like so. Placing your forearms on the floor, if you can. So you might not, to start off with, you might not be able to fold forward, that's fine. You know, and if this knee is coming up quite high, you could be sitting up against the wall here while watching TV and just working that knee down. Working that knee down, working that knee down. Constantly, you know? Good. Okay, so you might see that I have a quite interesting breathing style. It's not something that I've read in any particular yoga book as such, but I find this is something that works well for me. So if I really want to relax into something, I have this breathing of, and I just try to soften as much as I can. You visualize yourself trying to turn into melted chocolate and just sink down. Good, as you inhale, head up, just up, flat back, start to walk your hands close to the center. Okay guys, so you might find that when you go back into this position now, this feels a little bit easier. Also, I'm pressing up against my table here. Don't know if you can see that now, but that just feels so much better, so much looser. Oh. Yeah, so while watching TV, don't be doing that. Doing that, sitting on the sofa. Be watching. If you want to really get your Lotus position, you want to start to get more open in the hips. Get used to sitting on the floor and watching TV, having maybe your legs apart, folding the upper body forwards, and just working your stretching basically into your life. You don't always have to be going to yoga classes. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Just relax. Yeah, good. Okay, so we're going to start working now towards the half lotus position. So I'm just going to move myself to the side. So my left foot is in front, right foot goes on top. Hi there, whoever's watching. I'm going through the lotus position, and I think they've disappeared again. Okay, right, so right foot on top of left thigh. So aiming the right foot as high up on the thigh as you can. So as high up on the thigh as you can. Right hand. Now it's very important that you don't just slam that knee down. What I want you to do is very slowly, just work that knee down. Work that knee down, work that knee down, work that knee down. Just really relax into this. Don't force it. So if you feel any discomfort in the knee, just back off a little bit. So if your knee's up here, that's fine. But just work that knee. If it's really painful, just back off a little bit, right, so, and then gradually come back into it. But don't ever like try to force it. You know, me, a muscular ache or pain is fine, but knee pain or joint pain is, you know, especially after doing some physical activity, it's not a good thing to be doing. It's certainly not a good thing to be experiencing on a weekly basis whenever you exercise, or 3 times a week, however often you exercise. So just be very careful with the way you practice. So avoid pain like that if you can. Okay.
I don't particularly like
So breathing in, and breathing out. So working that knee down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, and also the more open you are in the hips, the less you'll feel in the knee as well. Good. And back to center. Okay, so we're going to switch to the other side. So left foot on top of right thigh, aiming the left foot as close to the upper thigh as you can. Again, if you feel any pain here, always back off and work that left knee down. Again, never slam that knee down. Just start to work very gradually, working that knee down. Also, taking this nice and gently is really, I find, very therapeutic. While listening to the radio, watching a bit of TV, or having conversations with friends. If you go see a few friends, you take your shoes off, you sit down on the floor, This is something that you find like professional dancers just do all the time, just without thinking, like putting a foot on the table. And also what I tell a lot of my clients, actually the vast majority of clients that come in through my door, I always like to tell them, especially the ones that just don't stretch, or the ones that do a lot of running, CrossFit and what have you, and they don't stretch as much. I always say to them, well, if you ever get a chance, hang out with dancers, because if you ever hang out with dancers, you'll see that they're just always they do some sort of stretch, putting a foot on the table, or just like lifting their arm up and just moving in any sort of way, just to really feel the stretch in their bodies. Okay, that's good. All right, so here's another exercise before I actually go into the full Lotus. Okay, so come to sit in a cross-legged position, any particular way you wish, and get your right leg, aim your right shin, like so, into your chest, like this. Breathing in and breathe out. Interlace your fingers around the outer edge of your right foot, and what I want you to do, we're going to do 30 circles this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to reverse it. We're going to do 30 circles this way. All right. So we'll start off, and also, so when we do these circles, you're going to aim the foot towards your belly, towards your chest, towards your head. We're going to do 30 circles that way, 30 circles that way. All right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay, now and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Wow, that's a real bicep workout. Have a look at yourselves in the mirror. I've broke into a bit of a sweat myself. Ooh, my biceps are pumping, actually, they are pumping. A bit cramped there. Okay, we're going to do the other side in a second. Have a bit of a breather. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. So, 30 circles this way, 30 circles that way. So touching the belly and the forehead, so belly, chest, forehead, okay? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm going to take a bit of a breather. And I'm going to do the other way. Twenty more. Those of you not watching, God, you've really missed out. At my expense. Okay, 10 more. Okay, so now it's time to work in for the Lotus. So I like to start off with my right foot first. So bringing your right foot on top of your left thigh. So your right foot's on top of your left thigh. So originally, you start to work towards getting your left foot on top of your right thigh here. So the trick is as well, when you want to try that Lotus, one trick that I like to use is get your calf, move it up, get a nice bit of flesh there, move it up, so you've got more space for flexion of that right knee. There's one trick that not a lot of people teach. And then with the underneath foot, what it's good to do as well, maybe go up against the wall and do this initially. So with the left foot, you turn the sole of the foot up, turn the sole of the foot flat. That encourages the knees down and relaxes into the hip a little bit, yeah? Turn that left foot up and then very slowly slide it that way. Don't lift up and then go. That's a common mistake. Think of sliding it in this way. Okay? And then you've got your Lotus. Okay? So what I'm going to do now. So we're going to do that on the other side. So this time it's left foot on top of right thigh. So left foot on top of right thigh. Okay, we still got, yeah, so I thought we lost a bit of connection there. Okay, so left foot on top of right thigh. Again, getting that calf, lifting it up, moving the flesh out of the way by lifting it up. Working that left knee down. Getting the right foot close towards the left knee. Okay, and now the trick is not to lift the foot up that way and then go. The idea is to slide it across. So sliding it across and also turning the left foot up. So the sole of the left foot is pointing up. And you lift that across like so. Again, if you feel pain anywhere, back off immediately. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I haven't really had many viewers, so I would have liked this to have been a more of an interactive thing. I haven't had many questions being sent through my way, so there's not a lot of content I'm really going to be able to produce unless I'm interacting with people. But it's been a pleasure. It's been a good learning curve for me. Yeah, next time we'll have more stuff, and hopefully next time we may even have a guest, possibly. Okay, so those of you wanting yoga classes or treatments, if you have back pain, neck pain, any musculoskeletal pain, you're stressed out, or you're just looking to relax, then do get in touch. That's my number's 07593 108 702. My web address is www.maxstrengthholistics.co.uk, and my email address is info@maxstrengthholistics.co.uk. I'll provide all the information down below. So until next time, send in your questions, send in your comments, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care now. Bye.